your turn.
I know she's not mine, it's just my turn, but how do I phrase it? Okay, hello everybody. She's not yours, it's just your turn.
It's just your turn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the C Show, and I'm your host, Mr. C. Here at the show, we gravitate to all those things we have in common as human beings, because we're all human. Ms. V, what you got for us today?
She's not yours. It's just your turn.
Why she's not yours is just your turn?
Why not? She's not yours.
I had a girlfriend that was not mine, just my turn. She told me it's just your turn. And do you know what I said to her?
What did you say?
You know what she told me? You know what I told her? What? I said, okay. Hitman.
Oh, sure. I would love that. There's no commitments, and it's quick and fast. I mean, some guys don't like it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, a little wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Well, I mean, you can spend a little time with it and have fun, but you're right. I mean, it's not yours. It's just your turn. So I agree with that.
Okay, well, I guess there is an advantage in rent versus mortgage. Ms. V?
Yeah, and it's just your turn. That could be eternal. I mean, long time doesn't necessarily mean a short venture. Could be a long time.
Okay, I guess the doorknob has its place, Hitman.
And I would.
Well, it's friends with benefits, So I mean, she can come over anytime you hear a knock on your door, you don't know what it is, and you open the door and say, oh, what you doing here? But inside, you're really happy about it,
Well, true that. I suppose as adults, if that's stated clearly and you engage in something, that's one thing. But what if that's not clearly the case and you wind up, very much emotionally involved and come to find out that's the standard?
That's right. And see, this is what I was saying, just not a relationship with no benefits. It's just your turn. That could be your turn, could develop a relationship. And when I say develop one, it could be long lasting. And that could be your turn, and your turn may not end.
What about if you're looking at a situation where she's already looking at someone in and out and not developing an emotional attachment, but you do? What about the idea of it being your turn under those circumstances? That's not where your heart is, not what your intention is.
Well,
then you should stay the hell away from it. You need to keep your Johnson in your pants.
Well, how do you know that it's going to go that way before you go there? How do you know it's going to be that way?
Well, I guess you can't look at it in a negative way. You always have to look at the positive side of it. It could go that way, but I would say right now at the point, hey, I'm glad I am getting it. It's better than not getting it at all.
Better than being alone.
Yeah, some guys don't feel that way, and I respect them for that.
What about that mentality, V?
And sometimes women may not think that way. That it's your turn. She's not yours. It's just your turn. Not necessarily happen that way a lot of the times.
Do you know where that attitude comes from on a lot of times on behalf of men is because the modern woman may have a rather large body count. And if a man knows that a woman has a large body count, he may very well look at it, it's just my turn. She's not anything committed to me. She may be dealing with him, having relationships with him and 2-3 other men at the same time. So it does not sort of lead to the idea that, it's just your turn.
Yeah, that could definitely lead to that idea. Yes.
Isn't this a common way of being in today's modern young woman?
Yeah. I think so. A lot of times you just be up front with that person. Say you're not looking for a long-term relationship. Some woman will tell you, I'm just looking for have a good time, have fun. So there's no expectations. As long as there's no expectations and you're looking for a good time, whether she be a lesbian, whether she like other women or other guys, you don't care. You're just glad that she's spending time with you.
This is very true. As grown people, you'd be glad, to be spending time with this person. You're even more glad that they're being up front and honest with you. The problem is oftentimes they're not. You may not know about the lack of emotional commitment until you've kind of down the road and you're in it. What do you do about that? Do you think a lot of women deliberately play it that way? Yes, they're dealing with multiple men, but they do not let the male partners know that that's the case, or at least they try to conceal it.
Yeah, well, I think so.
I don't think it's a lot. And if the woman is doing that, it may not be that she set out to do that, to have multiple partners and it's their turn. Sometimes they just have led that direction, and they feel like, hey, they can't find a commitment, so hey, we'll just.
Well, a lot of men do not care. A lot of men like a promiscuous woman, but a lot of men do not. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes,
a lot of men don't, because they feel like if they begin to like her, there couldn't be no emotional attachment to him, because she got so many imprints of another guy or other guys with her. You can't just ask a woman what's her body count. She probably won't be honest with you anyway. Right. She ain't gonna say 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying?
I would prefer that they were honest with me, because she may have a high body count, but you could be the person that she wants to slow that body count down with, or the person she wants to focus in on. So it's better to just go ahead and say and know in advance, know the truth of it. I think,
and I agree with you on that. Sometimes I think women will definitely maybe have a high body count, but that's because.
Because they get it when they ask for it. How about that?
They're trying to find that person that would give that commitment. So they keep trying, and it's not working out.
It's not working out.
The same thing guys do, isn't it?
It's different with a woman. Guys can do things women can't do.
Exactly.
How is it different? Guys do the same thing, right?
Hold up. Women can do things that guys can't do. So I mean, if a woman, I heard this story about this woman in college, and she had a cake with 100 candles on those 100 candles.
100 candles on a cake.
Was representing her body count through 2 semesters.
Right.
Now, who can get emotionally attached with that? She couldn't be emotionally attached. Any guy's going to think, well, I'm just another person. You know. Exactly. I couldn't get serious about it.
Yeah. Well, by that impression, I mean, it's a reasonable thing reasonable conclusion to come to by what she's displaying. Nonetheless, that doesn't stop you from falling in love with somebody, does it?
No, but a lot of times you can't believe in that. What those Walt Disney's pictures.